What's up, people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Today is Halloween day, so I decided to do a video. Um, the energy is flowing today, let's just say. So I've been a little bit MIA. I've been doing some things for myself personally. I had to kind of take a step back from the scene a little bit. I've been having a lot of different realizations about a lot of different things, going through a lot of different major changes in terms of my internal world. And so, yeah, I've been kind of just away from the mic or away from teaching, let's just say. But I'm back. I'm back. So, thank you to everyone who subscribed to me, who resonates with my message, who you know are getting the clarity, getting the guidance, getting whatever they need when they come to my channel. I do try to provide a lot of holistic teachings, a lot of spiritual teachings, a lot of deep realizations that I've went through that I feel that can help you guys. um and so, just for people who do not know me, I go by Joshua Tree. That's my name, Joshua Tree, and I do a lot of things. I provide services for people who struggle with their emotions to a deepened level, spirituality, feeling lost, depressed, need mental clarity, spiritual clarity. I do offer consultations, and I also do energy work. So, I am a multi-modality energy healer. So I use different modalities depending on whatever your problem is, whatever you have going on. I will leave my email through the description below. So if you guys want to connect with me in that way, please reach out because I'm doing some amazing work. And I would love to work with you, whoever you are. And without a further dizzy do, shout out to I could never get that dude name. What his name? Finesse, Astro Finesse. I think that's his name. Real swaggy guy. I really fucks with his content. Y'all to go check him out. He does astrology very well. But that's his saying. He always says that without a further dizzy do. You know what I'm saying? So I got my handy dandy mic here with me so you guys can hear me clearly. And in this particular video, I'm going to be talking about love. I'm going to be talking about romantic love and relationships. I decided to make this video because I had got a good bit of downloads in terms of how we view love, these concepts that we say towards each other in terms of loving each other, or just in relationships in general. I got a lot of spiritual clarity, understanding. And so, also, I realized in the year of seven, 2023, or in the year of seven, there's been a lot of breakups this whole entire year. There's been a lot of people that's been getting married. So this is the year of Libra. This is Libra energy that we're in for the past, 8 months now. You know what I'm saying? 9 months now, 10 months now. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what month we was in. The 10th month, you know what I'm saying? We about to shift into the 11th month. So, shout out to the Sedges, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been realizing that there's been a relationship theme going on. And so um I have a lot of wisdom in this category. Interesting, very interesting. I have a lot of wisdom in this category. And so, yeah, I want to share it with you guys. Some of the downloads that I received. So it's going to be more of like a decoding of a lot of these things that we say in terms of how we connect with our partners and the things that we say and some things that we may need to shift because I really see that how we go about relationships today is no one really knows how to be in a successful relationship. We are all just winging it. We are all freestyling how to be in a successful relationship. And so that's why we're always looking for guidance, always looking for knowledge to apply in our relationship so we can have a healthier relationship. And so you can look at this video as something like that. All right. And so let's get started because if you know me, like you say you know me, you know I like to get down to it. Right. So I have my handy dandy notebook right here with me. Hear that bad boy? It's right there. I got some notes written on it. All right. And like I said, this is going to be a video on romantic love. So stay tuned because I am about to go in. All right. And shout out to Shiva, right? Shout out to Shiva, baby. That's the Shiva deity, baby. All right. So you guys ready to rock and roll? This is a funny instrument, by the way. But you're ready to rock and roll. So this give me a chance to check these notes. So I think I'm gonna call this video "The Biggest Illusion About Romantic Love." I'm not really sure. That might be the video's name. But I want to start with um the concept or the saying, right? When we always talk about I fell in love, right? We say I fell for you or I fell in love, right? I started to realize, especially for those who don't know, my journey, my spiritual journey got triggered by a romantic connection. You know, I was in a relationship, got my heart broken, which in return actually opened it. And that's what created my journey. That particular trauma is what got me on my spiritual journey. So most people who experience trauma eventually heals that trauma, and that's what they teach, or that's how they become more elevated, you know. And so we always say that, you know, I fell for you or I fell in love with this person. So I started to think to myself on a on a regular day, right? When we say something has fall or something fell or something has fallen, we sometimes have a negative connotation towards that term depending on what the scenario or the situation is about, right? So why would we use that term in connecting with someone that we say that we love? Why would we say I love you? Or I'm sorry, why would we say I fell for you or I fell in love with you? That don't even sound like something that's going to end off good. You know what I'm saying? Why would we say those words? And so I really started to see, like I said, I got some downloads on it. And I realized that when we talk about falling in love, we're talking about our defense. We're talking about our defense mechanism. The part that we're referring to when we say we fell in love is we talking about that part that we keep up, that wall that we keep up that protects our heart. Our heart, you can look at it like it's a treasure chest or look at like the diamond, ruby, gold, look at it like the $1,000,000 in the bank or the vault. It's this prized possession that's inside of us and is protected, right? We put this wall up to protect ourselves from people, let's say, getting that part of us, that accessing that part of us that is so dear and so sacred to us. So when we talk about, you know, for instance, I fell in love with you, what we're really saying is you have gotten past my defenses. You have made my wall fall. My wall has fallen. And now you have access to the love that's inside of me. So when we say, you know, like I said, to recap, I fell for you. You didn't fall physically. You didn't fall on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So why do we say that? And so it just hit me. I'm like, no, 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 no. In order for a person to really connect with you, first they got to get through to you. And how do they get through to you? First, they got to get down this wall that we naturally put up. Because the way that we're taught, like I said, the way we're going about relationships is all fucked up. We don't know what the hell we're doing. So the way we was taught to connect with someone is first we feel them out, things of that nature. But for the most part, we got our guard up. We trying to see if this person is even worth our energy or worth us getting all round up, ravved up to see if we want to even put our effort into this person. So the defense wall, right? What does it consist of? The defense wall consists of your traumas, your dislikes, your likes, uh, your love language. Like it's your natural love language that is not from the book, The Five Love Languages. Not that type of love language. Everyone's has an innate, intrinsic love language that is naturally a part of you that someone doesn't, let's say, naturally know It's not a mental thing, but the way that they interact with you, the way that they connect with you, right? It's like a keypad. It's like a security code. The way their spirit is set up is in alignment of however this keypad, this security code is set up that unlocks the love that is inside of you. So we naturally have this love language that's considered to be our defense mechanism, or the wall that we put up. So this wall that we put up is composed of this love language. Like I said, it can consist of traumas, your past pains, your past experiences, the things that you like, the things that you don't like, the things that you love, the things that you don't love. If this person can, let's just say the right things or show you the right things, these numbers on these keypads start to move. So say your keypad unlock code is 77733. Slowly but surely, right? They're pressing certain buttons, aka they are telling you certain things or making you feel certain things that is slowly unlocking the code to get into your heart space, to get into your mansion, to get into your vault of love, right? And so you think about that for a moment. I want you to really think about that. When you are in contact with someone, when you are connecting with someone, how do you allow them to get so close to you? Over a period of time, you start to develop trust. You start to develop security. You start to feel like you can trust this person. You start to feel like, you know what? Maybe they're not a bad person like I thought. Maybe they're not that past guy or past girl that I dealt with. Let me go ahead and allow them to come in because I do want to love. And that's the thing about us, right? That's the thing about humans. As a side note, we just want to love. All we want to do is experience love, but we walk around these emotional bodies that are so damaged that we do not know how to connect in that particular way. And so it comes off very unhealthy, or it becomes this, I got to protect myself by any means necessary. We have became Malcolm X when it came down to love. And so think about that for a moment. Your defense mechanism, your wall that you put up, and it gets strong. It gets strong throughout all your experiences that did not work out for you, to the point where you come so impenetrable, you know the word, they can't break through it, right? That you know it's like a hardened shell. And so, me personally, I don't live in that energy. And so, you know, me knowing that we all have our baggage, the best thing you can do so you do not close down your energy, because let me just remind you with this gem right quick, is that when you protect yourself, you're shutting yourself down. When you protect yourself from the outside world, you have to shut yourself down to do that. In other words, if you go to a party and you're like, oh, I don't know these people, I'm gonna protect myself because I don't know these people, guess what you're doing? You're shutting this part of yourself down so it doesn't express itself, so it doesn't connect to people. So we do that in relationships. We do that with people we just don't know in general. We shut ourselves down because we're protecting ourselves from being hurt, or we're protecting ourselves from our insecurities. And so, uh, what that's doing in return is shutting down this energy flow that's inside of you, this life force energy, this prana, right? This chi, this ki, all these different terms for energy force, life force energy that is inside of you that resonates, that is naturally connected to love, connected to divine love. We shut that down. So it's big. This is a big deal in terms of being open, in terms of connecting with people. And know what your defense mechanism is, know what your wall is, know what your security code is. You know what you're not going to put up with, and what you are going to put up with. You know your standards, right? You know your experiences. You know what it is. What Let me say this: you know what love looks like because you experienced it. Some people don't really know what love is, and I say that so loosely, because I don't, because it's so much to love in terms of what we're talking about. I'm trying to keep it in a romantic sense, but some people don't know what that really looks like in a healthy manner. Some people think beating on a woman, or having domestic violence throughout the relationship is love. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it like that. Like people really don't know what that looks like, where it's harmonious and blissful, and it has its challenges, but both parties are willing to work that out to continue to allow this love inside of them to flourish. Boom. Let's move forward. I think I nailed that. Um, and so we talked about what does it mean when you fall in love, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is this is something that I realized too. When we right, so having a beautiful relationship, right? And then, like I said, all this year, relationships has been going left and right, left and right, left and right. Say you've been in a relationship for 5 years and you guys decide to break up. The breaking up piece is the most important piece during this whole entire transition. What makes it so important is because wherever you focus your attention on during the transitional phase is going to be the outcome that, let's just say, outweighs or completely eradicate everything that happened in your whole entire relationship. So what I mean by that is, say for instance, y'all was in a 5-year relationship. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Butterflies, unicorns, rainbows, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as y'all break up, you like, fuck this person. I can't believe they did this. I don't understand why they did this. I'm hurt. I'm this. I'm that. And you completely dis I don't want to say discredit, for lack of a better word, but you completely discredit or you completely ignore or deny this experience you have with this person just because of the breakup piece. So what I notice is that when we are about to break up or someone wants to break up with us, pay attention to your attention. Pay attention to your awareness. Pay attention to what you focus on. The first thing we do when we break up, when someone's saying they like, I can't be with you no more, Sally, you gotta go, right? The first thing we do is we focus on the negative aspects of that particular breakup. We focus on, I can't believe this person is breaking up with me. This hurts me. This is that and the third. The reason why you need to pay attention to your attention, the reason why you need to pay attention to what you focus on after the breakup is because whatever you focus on is what you are building and actually growing and actually breathing life into. So if you focus on the outcome, which is the breakup, then guess what? After that relationship, all of your emotions, all of your thoughts, everything that happens after that relationship is going to be, I can't believe this person has broken up with me and it hurt my feelings. Your focus, your attention, your awareness is everything. And I say that with a fucking understatement. It's literally everything. Whatever you place your attention on is your reality, is what continuously starts to grow and starts to build and starts to become a new reality. So when we break up, the new reality is we just broke up. That's the new reality. Why does it become a new reality? Because you focused on it so much. Now, flip side to that, you break up with someone, and I say, well, don't focus on the fact that they broke up with you. Focus on how are you feeling in the moment. You might say, oh, well, Josh, I feel hurt. What are you talking about? Why do you feel hurt? Because we just broke up and I don't understand why. And this, that, all that's with the thoughts. That's with the mind. The mind's trying to figure out why the fuck did they just did what they did. Now, of course, detachment, right? Disconnection, right? Someone that you used to be around for so long, or whatever the case, it is a grieving process that does take place during the separation phase. But I want you to also keep in mind, what has this person done for you in terms of your inner transformation? Because all relationships, and one of the biggest catalysts for change is relationships. Because in relationships, a partner, a partner, right, can teach you so much about yourself that it can elevate you to higher states that you couldn't even do for yourself. So when you get out of a relationship, right, focus on, and I'm going to say this with a grain of salt because I know it's something that's hard to practice and we're not conditioned to do. But focus on the good. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, like I said, if you was with someone for 5 years and you say you love this person, and this person say, look, I just think that, we need to go our separate ways. I just don't see things working anymore. Regardless of how they say it, because they might say it in such a fucked up way that it's hard to receive what they're trying to say. But understand something, that we are all not perfect and we all haven't taken courses on how to regulate our emotions or how to speak healthy communications. We have not done a lot of these things. And so when people speak, they speak the best way they can. But take into account what has happened between you and this person, let's say in the past 5 years. If there's love there, you will still love this person even after they say what they said, because they have transformed you to a heightened degree. You should be very grateful for that. The we can't do this anymore. I think we need to go our separate way. We immediately pay attention to like oh no, this person is out of my life. They're not going to give me what I want anymore. They're not going to be able to satisfy me anymore. They're not going to fulfill my needs anymore. It's a selfish act. We don't know how to exist anymore. When people get in relationships, they lose themselves in relationships because they identify with their partner so much that they develop a sense of themselves. So when the partner has left or decided to leave, that part of themselves, that identity that they identify with in terms of being with that partner, also goes with the partner. And so then they get into this space of not knowing themselves, and then they really feel lost, or they really feel like, oh my God, I can't believe this person just did this. But in reality, right? In reality, I want you to really, really, really pay attention to your reaction, because the word react means you're reacting, redoing, you're reacting something from the past, how you always used to react when someone breaks up with you. But if you're in a place of, let's say, true love, quote unquote, and you really do love this person, try your hardest to develop the understanding of why you guys are breaking up, because it's a reason for it. It's a reason for it. It's just, you could say, oh, I don't wash the dishes and they don't pick up their shoes and whatever. You could say these things and that's the reason why we broke up. But everything is always divinely guided, whether you realize that or not. And so it's the reason why you guys are breaking up. Take the good, discard the bad. Take the good, discard the bad. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. But this is something that I realized that has to be implemented, because of we don't know what the fuck we doing. This is a wings game. This is a freestyler. This is how many bars you got. You about to spit something? What you got? Like, we are freestyling the fuck out of relationships. And so when you break up with this person, pay attention to your attention. Pay attention to your awareness. Where does it go? 9 times out of 10, it's going to go towards the pain. It's going to go towards the emotions. It's going to go towards the, I can't believe this person did ... That's the negative polarity of that experience. Pay attention to everything else that you gained from that experience. Don't sit up there and have an experience for 5 years and then throw it all away. Throw the baby out with the bathwater because they decide not to be with you anymore. If you reflect on everything that's happened, everything that you have cultivated in this relationship, at least for me, you know what I'm saying? When I was in my heartbreak situation, and I can't even speak really because I was way nowhere on this level of wisdom that I have now. But when I was going through my shit, I definitely suffered with the bad. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But, and so, as a matter of fact, and that just canceled out everything I was about to say. So I can't use my past experience. But what I will say is that me just observing and me studying and me just gaining like insight spiritually from how I see these things, it's like I said, what you focus on grows. What you focus on breathes life. What you focus on expands. So we go from 5 years of focus on a relationship to a 20-minute conversation of how you don't want to be with this person, to the 20 minutes become another 5 years of I hate this person. How does that go? And I know how that go, but I'm not gonna go deep into how that go because that deals with like universal laws. But to keep it simple, rather than allowing that to become something that's completely, um, you know, opposite of what you experience with this person, focus on the positive. And the positive is, you know what, it's all good. I love this person. Um, I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do. Everything is gonna be great, et cetera, et cetera. However you want to look at it, right? Um, so yeah, take that. I think I harped on that. I think I harped on that. All right, and so I think the last piece, because we're gonna keep this bad boy short. The last piece is the last piece is love, right? The last piece is love. The last piece of what I want to discuss is this love frequency that we talk about so much. We are under an illusion. We are under an illusion. We think that we need to wait on a partner for us to cultivate the love that we seek so desperately, or the love that we feel that will fulfill us in our lives. We wait on a relationship to come for that to happen. And this is like the biggest illusion. I was doing maybe a few months back, I was doing some breath work, right? And if anyone who took breath work, is basically, you lying there on a bed or wherever, virtual, in person, and you're doing these fast breathing exercises to start to remove a lot of baggage in your body. You start crying out of nowhere. It's very powerful modality. And so I was doing a breathwork class or a session with this guy on virtual, and I'm doing a session, and I'm doing a session, and as the session is over with, I was feeling so much energy inside of my body. I knew that this was a love frequency. It felt so fucking good. I'm like, oh my God, this feels so amazing. And that's what made me realize, in its purest form, without something outside of it activating it, I activated my own love inside of me. I felt the unadulterated feeling of it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Which made me realize the love that we speak about, that we want supposedly from relationships, is already present inside of us. We just do not know how to activate it. And so we give the credit to someone outside of ourselves, and we get attached to this person because this person has activated this love that's inside of us. And we say, oh, I need this person because this person has made me feel love, and this is why I need to have this person in my life. They become a main character in our love story, and we do not know how to detach from that. We do not know how to disconnect from that because we think they're the ones who have created this energy inside of us. But this energy is present, but is dormant. And is dormant because of all the pain, all the trauma, all the things that we experience that cause us to lock ourselves down and put a fucking wall up. Right? So, what I realized is that the love that's inside of us is always present. And so if someone comes through in such as a relationship and activate that part of us, right? We thank them for that. We are grateful for that. They have the highest admiration for that because they helped us out, because we do not know how to activate that part of ourselves. A lot of what society tells us to do are so fucking superficial in terms of activating that love inside of us. Oh, go hug someone, give a compliment, go pay some tithes at a church or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. These things I realized ain't doing it. Love is an energy that you can actually feel. It's not a fucking concept or a theory. And so when you think about someone who that you are in contact with, someone that you're connecting with, and you're trying to develop this love, think about being in a gym and you having a trainer. Love is synonymous to muscles in the body. You got muscles, I think you got like 600 muscles in your body or some shit like that. You got all these muscles in your body, but they are not active because you are not activating them because you are not working out. But your biceps, your triceps, your pecs, your abs have been in your body the whole entire time, just sitting there minding their own motherfucking business, drinking a bottle of water. They have not been activated because you don't go to the gym. Same concept. This love inside of us has always been inside of us. It never went away. It's omnipresent, omnipotent, right? Shout out to Omni, Bird's baby girl. uh, it's inside of us, right? And this trainer, right? This gym personal trainer, aka a person who comes in our life who is a romantic partner, activates this muscle, activate this love inside of us. And now that this energy is building up, aka this muscle is building up, we start to have this energy that starts to flourish inside of our bodies, and we start to be like, yo, I'm loving this body. I'm loving these muscles. I got a great trainer. Oh, I love my trainer. You get addicted to the goddamn trainer because they have created this beautiful body for you. When in reality, they taught you how to train your body so you can keep that frequency. I don't know not one person who has had a successful physical aesthetic looking body and still keeps the trainer, unless you into body fitness or something like that, like competition or something. But like someone on a day-to-day basis, like once you get that body and once you learn from that person, you don't need that person no more. You should have learned how to exercise in a way where you develop your own routine to where you can keep the muscles flowing or keep the routine flowing. It's the same thing when you develop love in the body, develop love in yourself. If you activate love in yourself that this person has cultivated, this is where the focus point coming at, because now all the focus goes on to what's just happened, the negativity, and then that heart frequency, that heart chakra that was open is now starting to close unconsciously because you stop giving attention to it, and so it starts to close down rather than continue to allow your heart to stay open. There's a practice that I want you guys to implement. Don't allow anything to shut your heart down. Don't allow anything to shut your heart off. Don't allow anything to allow your life force entity to be closed in. Do not do that. That is the divine love that's sitting inside of you that wants to express itself. So, like I said, the biggest love or the biggest illusion in relationships is we think that this person has in some way made us more lovable, made us more this, made us more that. And let's just say this. Let's just say they did do those things, but those things were already inside of you. We do not know how to do it for ourselves. And so when someone comes through and they do it for us, we give them all the glory. We give them all the credit. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's loving someone and being in a relationship with someone, that shit feels amazing. I'm not gonna fucking lie. But at the same time, it's still my responsibility to keep that frequency. Keep the frequency. The frequency doesn't go away when that person leaves. The love doesn't go away when that person leaves. My love that's inside of my body doesn't leave me and then goes with that person. It's still inside of me. So this love frequency becomes a prune. It becomes something that just dribbles down, and eventually it goes back to this small little seed. And now you're waiting on someone else to come through and nurture you and nurture that seed and feed you and nourish and provide nourishment, put some water on it. You know what I'm saying? Put some sunlight in it. Next thing you know, you start to feel all light again. You start to feel all bright again. You start smiling again. Your friends are saying, "Oh, girl, oh boy, well." Dudes don't say that. Oh, girl, you glowing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think dudes be like, "Hey, bro, you glowing." I ain't never heard no dude say that. But women be like, "Oh, girl, you're glowing. You got someone new in your life. Now you go. Now you're glowing back up again." Don't you see the illusion in this shit? You're glowing back up again. Y'all get together, say 5, 6, say you do 7 years. Then he breaks up, or she breaks up. Now the energy go back down again. It's a roller coaster. You doing this all day with your energy. Why don't you keep the frequency? This is where the focus point coming at. This is the big understanding in this. When someone cultivate the love in you, you keep the love in you. If someone you go to a gym and you develop muscle, you keep the muscle. You keep the muscle. So this is like I said, that love will continuously heal you. That love will continuously keep you high, bright, and shining, grinning, vibrating high, vibrant. It will keep you in that frequency. It doesn't dissipate when someone leaves. And I see that. Obviously, everyone sees that, right? It's not even like it's a personal realization. This is something that I see all the time. Everyone sees this. Once you break up with this person, your love goes with that person. And then we call it a heartbreak. My heart is broken. I've been through it. If you listen to this video, I have been fucking through it. So I know exactly how it feels. And that's why men do not like to fully commit. It is one of the reasons, not all of them. But this is one of the reasons why men have a trouble with fully committing to a woman, because they have gotten their heart broken and they do not want to experience that again. Men cannot go through heart trauma like women can. As much as women have got their heart broken, which is a key indicator, as much as women have got their heart broken, many of times they still go out there and give it another chance. Let a man get his heart broken one motherfucking time. Oh, he gonna find a knife. That's what I try to do. He gonna try to find a ledge. That's what I kind of try to do, right? A little humor there, right? You know what I'm saying? Once the man get hit with that heart trauma, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. So I think I harped on that. I think I harped on that. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. And this to also this let's just take it home with this. To solidify what I'm saying. You know how you know the love is inside of you, and we think that it's the other person that provides this love for us. When you go looking at like the yogi traditions, all the ancient yogi traditions, there's yogis who have mastered themselves to such a high degree that they know how to emit the love frequency outside of themselves into the environment that they're in. So there's yogis or just ancient masters, let's just say, who knows how to activate that chakra to where you can feel this pure, this very joyous, this very, and obviously I've been around people in this type of space, but I'm trying to get y'all to get into a deeper imagination with this beautiful divine love essence emanating outside of them. And it's love. It's literally love. It's pure love. They ain't go, you know what I'm saying? They ain't go meet a girl and say, hey, give me some of that love so I can share with my people at the workshop. Or I can share with my people around the hood. I can share with my people at my job. They ain't go to nobody else to say, yo, can I borrow some of that love you got? It's already inside of them. What they did is they worked on it so much that it's so pronounced, that it's so obvious that when you feel it, you know it's love. The same thing like being in the gym. You work on a muscle so much, it's going to become so pronounced, no one can ignore it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Lee, they worked on their bodies so much that their physique was undeniable. You could not deny their physique. It's the same thing with love. So this love is inside of us. So we can get into this space of ridding the mindset or the belief system that we need to wait on someone to give us this love. And don't get me wrong, this is a journey in itself because we want to just take the easy way out. I'm gonna say the easy way out is having a relationship where obviously as a person cultivate this energy inside of you and then you just keep it going. And I'm not sitting up and saying that I have found the way that's more of a solo practice because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. But what I will say is, if you do chakra work, if you do hatha yoga, which is I do hatha yoga, and you do, reach out to energy healers such as myself, people who know how to access or send energy to the heart chakra, you can start to build this heart chakra up. But there's a bunch of books, there's a bunch of resources, there's a bunch of workshops out there where people focus strictly on the heart, and so there's practices. It's not like this is something that's hidden in the ancient archives in the Vatican or some shit. Like this is something like that you can find. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we are here to experience, and we are also here to experience people in the experience. So I'm not saying, oh, don't be with someone, and I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is pay attention to the fucking illusion and don't fall into it to the point where you lose yourself in it, because that's what a lot of us are doing after a relationship. And now we have to build ourselves up. Try to catch it, but do not, when I say focus, focus on, like I said, the good, but do not uh, negate your emotions. Feel your emotions, accept your emotions. If you're sad, accept it. I'm not saying don't block it out. Accept your emotions, feel your emotions so you can process so they can go. Emotions are like fish. They're supposed to just be swimming in the water and just pass you by. Don't allow that fish to stay in a fish tank and now just floating like this. It becomes a stuck energy and becomes a blockage, and it blocks everything in your whole entire body. Now you have no energy flowing because now you got this blockage sitting right here. If you feel pain, you feel sadness, you feel depression, keep feeling it. Allow yourself to feel it. You will not be a bad person because you feel negative emotions. No such thing as negative emotions. Keep the video short and simple. To feel negative emotions, allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to process it, and allow yourself to do whatever it needs to do to get out your body. Right? All right. I think that's enough for today. It is at 42 minutes. I gotta go. So yeah, like I said, today's Halloween, so I think I'm gonna be doing some rituals. Um, I might get on here and do one more video, but anywho, so you guys enjoy the rest of y'all night, and I will connect back with you guys soon. Peace.